and take her home. Years later, Savannah's mother, April Redding, wept at the memory of the helplessness she felt when she learned what had been done to her young daughter. When Savannah came out, she was very withdrawn. She came into the vehicle not wanting to look at me, crying. The school authorities never explained their actions to Savannah or her mother, and they never apologized for putting her through the traumatizing strip search of her clothing and body. This experience was so devastating for Savannah that she never returned to her school. She was heartbroken. "School had always been my safe place," she said later. "I loved school so much, and that's where I always felt the most loved by teachers and friends. I was always the really nice girl who was kind to everyone. I did all my assignments, made the honor roll and principal's gold list every semester, and was well liked by the teachers." Deeply angered by what had been done to her daughter, Savannah's mother decided to fight against the intrusive school policy. First, Savannah and her mom had to get legal help. They found it with the local Arizona chapter of the American Civil Liberties Union. The ACLU, as it is known, is a national organization that provides legal representation for people or groups whose constitutional rights and civil liberties have been threatened or violated by the government or some official agency. Savannah and her mother began their lawsuit in federal district court. This is the trial court level in the federal judiciary, which is the system that handles both criminal and civil cases under federal law. In a federal civil case, an individual who believes she has been wronged because her constitutional rights have been violated can bring a lawsuit against a government official or an organization or a business entity. In a federal criminal case, a U.S. attorney or federal prosecutor files criminal charges against an individual or entity for allegedly violating a federal criminal statute, such as the one prohibiting counterfeiting. Federal civil cases involve matters governed by federal civil laws or the Constitution. Savannah's case was a civil case against the school district that involved constitutional issues. In the federal district court, Adam Wolf, Savannah's attorney, argued that the school authorities had violated his young client's Fourth Amendment rights. This amendment of the U.S. Constitution guarantees the right to be free from unreasonable search and seizure by government agents, including public school employees. The attorney specifically argued that the unwarranted strip search of the 13-year-old honor student was unreasonable and illegal. In preparing for this first stage of the legal process, Savannah had to give an affidavit, a sworn statement, about the facts of the case. Throughout the months following the ordeal she had endured at her school, Savannah had to repeat over and over again, in different settings and to different people, all of them strangers to her, the details of the ugly, humiliating strip search incident. Even though this was very difficult for her, and she would not be personally affected if she lost, Savannah was determined to see her lawsuit through to the end. "It's more about other kids," she said. "I really don't want this to happen again. Ever." Savannah lost her case at the first level, the trial court, or district court. She appealed to a higher court, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, the intermediate court, which is directly below the U.S. Supreme Court, for her circuit or region. The federal courts are divided into 12 regional circuits, each representing a different geographical area of the nation. There is also the Federal Circuit Court of Appeals, which can hear appeals from any part of the country. These cases involve international trade, patents and trademarks, and veterans' benefits, among others. For example, the Ninth Circuit encompasses Alaska, Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Nevada, Arizona, Montana, and California. Each circuit contains a number of lower courts called district courts, where trials take place. Each circuit is headed up by a court of appeals, which is where losing parties may take their disappointment and appeal the district court's decision. If a case is lost at the circuit appeal level, the losing party can petition the U.S. Supreme Court to hear a further appeal.